everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today I'm taking you with me to another bookstore event, this time in a Halloween vibe, because we're going to Book-O-Ween at Standaard Boekhandel in Sint-Truiden. But before we get all spooky, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome to Quillscene. My name is Megan. If you like things that have to do with reading, with writing, with my adventures as a writer, with magic, with geeky stuff, then you're in the right place. Make sure to click on the magical subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell, because on that way you'll always get a notification whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, as I said, time to get all spooky and creepy. We're going to Book-O-Ween 2023. I have done this explanation in previous vlogs too, but I do it every time, you know, for new people who haven't watched the previous videos yet. But in Belgium we have a big bookstore chain called Standaard Boekhandel, who kind of have like a bit of a monopoly when it comes to bookstores in our country. Because every like city, big, small, has at least one. Leuven has two, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's big bookstore chain with a lot of loose stores. And every year during autumn break, which is like end of October, beginning of November, they have their open days under the title Feest van het Boek, or Party of the Book. So the main office then actually nudges the stores separately to make a fun program to draw as much people to the stores. From the main office they also do like sort of actions with the books, like buy one get one free, or get they also have like every year the pocket agendas that every time when you buy a book you get one, or buy several. Every time you make a transaction at one of the Standaard Boekhandels, you get a little pocket agenda back then. So yeah, every store is responsible for its own program. Some do signing sessions, some do special events, like the bookstore in Tienen from a few vlogs prior. They did an after-school book party, which had as focus young adult books, mostly from Book Talk, which meant also English books instead of Dutch books, but still. And the one in Sint-Truiden, which is like Limburg and is about 30-minute drive for us, so it's not that far. They wanted to do something with Halloween. And one of my author colleagues, who is from Sint-Truiden, Vanessa Gerrits, she had visited the store like a few months prior, because the store just got a new owner. And that owner is a huge fan of fantasy, and young adult fantasy in particular. And she wanted to promote the local authors. So she had, when Vanessa had visited the store, they had talked. She had also introduced herself as an author, though she started as a fantasy author. She now writes more feel-good, but still. And back then the owner had dropped had hinted to Vanessa that she wanted to do something at the store with authors around Halloween. So Vanessa had given her my contact information, because I am the head. I started up in 2017 a writers collective, which is a writers group of all local authors. The core group are all fantasy authors, but all genre are welcome. So Vanessa said if you contact her, she knows a lot of local authors in the fantasy genre who might want to join in an event. So a few weeks later I got a mail with that question. And that's how the Book-O-Ween started to get a shape. So she wanted to do it on the 31st of October, which was Tuesday or Thursday? Yeah, a Tuesday. Again, a little, my little notes. And she wanted actually to do it the entire day, but like with time slots. So it started with, for the little ones, I think even from 10 a.m. or something like that. So it started with, because one of the local children book authors had a new book that had like the main character who celebrates Halloween in that book. So she had invited that author to do a little reading. There was someone who came to do some face painting for the little ones. There was like, I think even it's a scavenger hunt or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, for the little ones. But where we came to play was actually the young adult Nocturne. And that was from, now I have to take a little peek again, from 6 to 9 p.m. She had asked me, do you know other fantasy authors? Do you know for the time slot of YA? And I was like, yeah, there's me, Mathias, Maho, Jana, Bollens, and of course Vanessa Gerrits. And she was like, okay, those I want for sure. And then she asked me if we just wanted to do a signing session or if we could also provide something else. And that's when I told her that both Mathias as me, did workshops that we could do at the store. So Mathias worked out a workshop with cryptids, while I did a workshop that was linked to one of my books, which has a witch as a main character. And my workshop is actually called the Magic Book of Lux, or Grimoire of Lux. Spell Book of Lux. And Lux is is the name of my main character. And basically I decorate that workshop with, because I'm together with my mom, I make display potion and display ingredients. I can decorate my workshop with set ingredients and witchy stuff. And basically the workshop exists out of like a small, very small PowerPoint of what's witch, what's magic, stuff like that, the very basics. And then from there on, I link it to my book and I tell them about Lux and how she is actually responsible for stopping a dark magic organization, and that she can use some new spells, potion ingredients, or rituals. Potion recipes, that was it. Potion recipes or rituals. And that I actually challenge the people that follow the workshop to come up with their own potion recipe, their own spell, or their own ritual that Lux then can add to her spell book. So that were the workshops we worked out, and the owner of the store was very enthusiastic about it. So on the 31st of October, we went to the store with our books because she had asked if we wanted to bring some from our own stash. And we were ready to celebrate Halloween at the bookstore. As you probably saw in the footage, we weren't the only authors there. There were also 2 other authors that were not linked to young adult fantasy. One of them wrote a, well, not children's book, but like age till from 10 till, yeah, youth book is actually what we call them in Dutch, a jeugdboek. He had a few people coming for a book signing, and there was also another author, but I don't remember which books she wrote, but you'll see it in the video, I'm sure. Sadly, there weren't a lot of people that came to visit us. There was one main reason why, because apparently in Sint-Truiden there's each year on Halloween a big haunted tour that has been a tradition yearly, and that's quite popular. So we didn't know that, and the store owner didn't know that either, apparently. So we think that a lot of people went to the tour instead of, you know, to visit the store. The few people that did come to visit were either way too young for the young adult segment, and were more for the youth book, or the ones that were present for the young adult were more interested in the English young adult instead of the Dutch young adult. So yeah, it wasn't that big of a success. Mathias and I didn't get a chance to give our workshops even. So sadly, yeah, not many books sold. But yeah, it was another creative way to celebrate Halloween, I guess. And that was it already for this video. If you liked it, please leave a little thumbs up or a comment down below, or both. I love your feedback, and it of course helps my channel grow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I see you guys soon for another bookish, magical, probably on the go video. Bye!